this video will actually answer these two questions. At what story do you consider live load reductions? So in answering the question, we'll reference BS-6399 to answer that in this video successfully. Second question asks, is column axial load ultimate or service load? This is what you will learn in this video successfully. So let's proceed. So the question that said, at what level do we need or consider live load reductions in the building? All right, so we will actually answer that questions using our BS-6399 part 1 1996 table 2. So we have to scroll down this one. This is table 1, the minimum imposed loads successfully. If you are in the group chat, I have already posted this BS code in PDF for free. So you have to join the group chat to access this BS-6399 for free. The link to join the group is in the description of this video. All right, so you get this for free. You can also reference it. All right, so we scroll down to table 2 of this code. So I will come down to table 2 because table 2 will actually explain that successfully to us, so you know when to apply it, live load reduction. So over here is the table 2. Okay, we have the table 2 with reductions in total distributed imposed floor loads with numbers of story. All right, so you can see that from what we have here, we have over here these numbers of stories, and over here the reduction in percentage. All right, so now at story 1, you notice that you cannot reduce imposed load at story 1, but from story 2 you have to reduce an imposed load by 10%. All right, you have to reduce it by 10%. So from story 2 you can start to reduce your imposed load based on what we have in this code. Okay, but reducing imposed load from story 2 is not really advisable. All right, because story 2 is just like a normal normal few floors design successfully. So most of the time, as for all this story 1, story 2, story 3, story 4, we design it for the worst conditions. All right, so you reducing 10% of the imposed load, okay, may not really be be good enough. It is good, but it's not good enough. All right, so for my own advice, I wouldn't want you to actually tamper with the imposed load reduction as story 2, but from code, from story 2, you can actually start to reduce, okay, the imposed load, and you have to reduce it by 10%. Okay, but if you're designing a single story building, you don't need to reduce an imposed load at all. So that is why you see the percentage here is 0 successfully. So I believe that question is taken. So if you are not okay, you can also ask in the group chat or in the description of this video in the comment section right there. So now the second question is all about the service load and the ultimate load. The question says that, is axial load generated after analysis actually a service load or ultimate load? Okay, now after you must upload your structure and carry out analysis, if I should navigate to the plan view of story 1, story 0 right there, that is where you could see your columns load successfully. So let's get right to the story 0. So this is story 0. Okay, so at story 0 you will see that we will be having some if you enable this load, if you enable the load, okay, generated by this reinforced concrete column, you will notice that that is the load that the question is asking, if it is actually an ultimate load or a service load. So now one have to understand what an ultimate load means, and as well what a service load actually meant. Okay, but before I actually explain what ultimate load and service load meant, I have to clear this, so this place will not be busy because we are going to be enabling the axial load, okay, of this column successfully. So if you want to hide your structural element in Protastructure, you can just select the members that you want to hide. You right click, you see the option to hide selected. Okay, you can be able to hide it and show as well successfully. So let us enable the loadings combinations for this column 1C5 section 750 by 750 successfully. For you to enable that, you have to navigate to the display tab, and then you see visual interrogations option, these options. So you select that options to have this dialog. In this dialog, you come to column display. Make sure you choose top and then axial load. Then come to the loading. Selecting these provisions of factored, live and dead load, which is this one. Click on the OK. So once you click on the OK options, right here, you are supposed to the axial load, which is this. So the axial load generated by this column is 5,732.3 kilonewton. So this is the load the question is asking, if this load is an ultimate load or a service load. Alright. So in answering that question, this load we are seeing here generated by this column, it is a summation of ultimate load. So having answered that this is an ultimate load, so where do we find the service load? Now before we go into looking for where we can see the service load that we use to actually design the member that can carry this column, it could be piled foundations for the sake of this kind of an high-rise structure, because this is up to about 10 floors thereabout. Okay, so now we have to understand the difference between ultimate and service load successfully. Okay, so I will be doing some definitions, right? So over here, ultimate load is for strength design of components / element. We add the actual load multiplied by the safety factor. So when you are talking about ultimate load, you are now talking about characteristics ultimate design load, which is normally 1.4 dead load and plus 1.6 live load. Okay, so those are the ultimate load, and that is what generated this axial load. Okay, the combination of those load from the slab, including the safe weight of the slab, okay, being transferred to the 5,732.3 kilonewton. Okay, so this is an ultimate load, it is not a service load. Okay, so now for a service load, because it's the total load that is required to actually be used to design, okay, both the foundations, okay, and this column itself, all right, has to do with the safe weight of the foundations. If it is a pile foundations, it has to do with the safe weight of the pile cap as well as the pile itself. All be combined, it's going to increase this load. Okay, it's going to increase. I will show you how to find that in Protastructure in this video. So just stay connected. All right, so that is it. So once those load is being combined successfully, you will now have a total service load. All right, the total service load is the load that stays with the structure through its lifetime. Okay, the one that stays with the structure, service the structure through its lifetime, is called the service load. All right, so this one is not the service load. Okay, so now how do we find this service load? Okay, a Protastructure, the service load for this column, if for instance you want to place a pile foundation here now. So if you select on this column now, so at first you have to confirm if this structure is being analyzed. So you get to the analysis tab right here. You can see over here the structure is analyzed. So select the column, right click, and then come to insert pile cap, okay, options. So if you click on these options now, you will see that this is going to load and show also pile cap selected for this column successfully. Whether fed or not fed, that is not our problem. But I want to show you how you can extract that service load. Okay, so you can see we have some numbers of pile. It's not a problem. Okay, in the subsequent lesson, I will show you how you can be able to design pile and check it effectively. Okay, so now I want to show you that load, that the one you call service load. If you go to the column load over here, you can see this one is the service load. This is 6,130.1. All right, is the service load. While the one we have here is 5,000 something. Okay, the one we have here is 5,000 something kilonewton. But the service load here, okay, which includes the safe weight of this pile and as well as the pile cap, successfully increase the load to 6,130.1. okay, kilonewton. So now if you I will not insert that because I'm not designing the pile for now. I'll cancel this, so you can now see the difference between the ultimate load and then the service load successfully. Okay, so this is how you can be able to identify, okay, the service load and the ultimate load successfully. If you have any question, you can drop it in the comment sections. As I said earlier, for the BS code, you can join the group chat, which the link to join the group chat is in the description of this video. And also there are some design detailers, okay, that we have in the description. You can check through all of that for steel and concrete as well as for pile design. Okay, So now we will have to stop here. We'll continue in the next presentations. Do have a great day and bye for now.